Hey y'all, so today we finna get into Married to Medicine, the reunion. We're gonna go over part one. I got some stuff that I need to say, and I wanna know if y'all agree or disagree. So let me go. We're gonna start with number one, right? Putting the picture over Dr. Heavenly's door, that was cute. It was similar to what they did to Mariah, but now T, I'm saying this because you was just on the internet having a huge blowout about how Carlos and Dr. Heavenly was like quote unquote bullying you and doing all this alleged stuff to you. You want to play the game, but when it's time to talk about it, you get, you be having that little victim mindset. So just be ready when you do stuff like that. Stuff like that is going to happen. Let's move on. Apollo not being at his son party. This is what Toya said. Toya felt like Apollo shouldn't have been at the party. But if you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, the way he was walking up on her, now I'm not alleging anything violence taking place, but their dynamic isn't the most calm from what we've seen, right? So if they want to have separate birthday parties, then they should just have separate birthday parties. Like, I understand the dynamic of having parents together, but sometimes separate is good as well. You know what I'm saying? More love, more presence. Sometimes you just need to make that approach, right? Now, Phaedra changing her flight on Quad, it was messy. And honestly, it was just like Quad said, it was to keep her position in the show. And she seen that people wasn't really messing with Quad, and she seen how that was affecting Quad money when it came to the scenes, because they get paid for the scenes. So if Quad's not showing up for the scenes, she's not getting paid. So if she attached herself to Quad, she might not get paid like she thought she would have. So that's why I feel like she took the group route instead of getting cool with her, which is whack, because she was already like the outsider of the group, which you have experience of how that feels. So I don't see why she would do that to Quad, because Quad seemed real genuine to her. And it's crazy because Quad is the reason why allegedly you're on the show. That's what Quad tweeted this morning, that you want to be away from the Titanic, but the Titanic is what got you on the show. That's what Quad said. So that's wild of you, Phaedra, to put your back on the person who gave you a position to be on the show, because Real Housewives of Atlanta wasn't going to take you if Kandi decided to stay on the show, and you know that. So I don't even know why was you the only person that helped you out to keep making your bag. That's wild. But let's keep moving. Phaedra and Greg, that was an interesting conversation. I do feel like they might have went on a date or two. Phaedra's probably wasn't interested, so she's probably trying to downplay it a little bit. I don't think it went past a hug, but I do think she might have been interested in Greg at that time. But as things move on, she probably looking back like, no, I wasn't talking to him. It wasn't that serious. She was probably trying to downplay it like crazy, but I feel like they might have, went on a little date or two. Now it says Heavenly talk about everyone. Yes. Heavenly, as I'm watching the reunion, Heavenly has no loyalty other than to herself, her husband, the show, and Jackie. That's it. Anybody else she's folding on, anybody else she gonna talk about like a dog on her YouTube, which she no longer can do, so she's on Patreon. But because she's been acting a fool on their YouTube channel, I'm surprised they're still friends. And it's mind-boggling to me how they're holding Quad to this huge standard that they're not holding her to, because she's talked about everybody down to the husbands. Okay, so, but let's keep going. Let me see. Quad. Oh yeah, I peeped that. So when Quad was talking about her and Lisa, and how her and Lisa, remember Lisa threw the drink in her face in the earlier seasons, she was talking about how their relationship is cool and how they, went past the corner or turned the corner. Did y'all peep Toya face? Thank you for the like. Make sure y'all like, share, y'all. Did y'all peep Toya face when she said that? To me, Toya, it's a deeper issue with Quad. To me, it might be something that they might not have discussed on the show. Because why are you so hell bent on making Quad such a huge victim when y'all have done, both of y'all have done stuff to each other? So I don't understand why all of a sudden Quad is just so bad. So terrible. But we gonna keep moving on. What's the next thing I do? And y'all, I'm going as the show go down because I was watching it and I was writing it down just so y'all aware. Calling out Toya. Yeah, calling out Toya for that wine. That was wrong. That was wrong. I feel like she could have had a conversation with Toya. But I like how Toya's husband handled that situation. He didn't go to Dr. Heavenly. He went to Dr. Heavenly's husband. And I liked how they talked that out. And because that's how you move. You don't address nobody's. If you're a man and you have a problem with the wife, you address the man. You shouldn't be up there arguing with no female. So I respect how they move, but Heavenly, you're dead wrong. You dead wrong. And Dr. Damon gonna have her back. As he should, because that's her husband, but she's dead wrong for that. But I understand. You know, I'm not trying to be picking no sides, but I understand why they're upset because Toya, you told on yourself in the reunion. You said you brought, in the show, you said you brought bottles. Hey, I'm trying to see. Oh, Niji, I'm trying to pronounce your name, baby girl. But hey, how y'all doing? Toya, you told on yourself. You told on yourself when you was on the show when you said that the amount of bottles that you brought was worth $1,400. They asked everybody to bring 1,000 per business. So if you have multiple businesses, you bring 1,000 per how many businesses you bring. She lied. On the reunion, she said that the company gave her bottles to sell, to give away. That's what it was, because they was free at the event. Nobody paid for them at the event. So essentially, how are you the CEO? Or maybe she's like an ambassador that claims like this my business, but she really don't do the backhand. They just give her supplies and she sell it. Because you changed the whole story up. So yeah, you owe them $1,000, but I still stand Heavenly should not have put her out there like that. No cash, no play. I don't see. And then Dr. Heavenly said on her YouTube, you know, you always got to get the tea from her. She said that it was bigger than that because they asked her to take the sign down because she didn't contribute. After they told her to take it down, her husband went and put the sign back up. And they had a side conversation with them telling them not to do that, but they did it anyway. So Heavenly felt some kind of way like, nah, y'all trying to play in our face. Like, I'm finna tell them, you know, how this go. Messy, but we gonna move on, though, because we got so much more to go. Toya being hard on her husband, yes. I feel like Toya is very hard on her husband. Like, don't get me wrong, Michael. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking. But don't get me wrong. I understand why Toya, being a housewife, having a kid routine, she's feeling exhausted, she's tired, and she wants more for herself, right? And I get that because whether you're a wife or a mom, you want more for yourself, which is why she created the wine business. But at the same time, your husband worked 12-hour shifts, allegedly. 12 hours. He works long days. So why are you making it so hard? And why are you so hard on him when you don't have to do nothing? You go on your golf cart, you play golf, you go shopping. Like, he's affording you this great life. I feel like she should be just a little bit more grateful. And if she wants more in life, she has the time to go and do it. Like, I don't know if she's waiting on her husband to create more of a better life for herself. But girl, if you want more, then go get more. Like, your husband already did his job. He pays the bills, you cover. You don't have to lift a finger, which is good. I love that. But for you, every time he do something for you, it's a complaint. Every time he tried to think outside the box, it's a complaint. And even when he said in the box, he was like, it's hard to please her. And her face, like, she just looked sad on the reunion when he said that part. Because I don't think she understands. Because when you look at yourself, when you look back at the camera, it's a little bit more clear than somebody telling you. So I don't know if she just seen that and was like, dig, okay, they did kind of look bad. But he said, I'm sorry, I just felt hush up. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, Toya, be more nice to him. You ain't gotta be that rough to the man. But let's see, what's next? Toya had an honest moment. Yes, I like Toya when she asked her, which I feel like Andy was trying to be messy. How did you grow up? How did your standards get so high? And she explained, I lived, a semi poor life compared to what she's living now, and she wanted better for herself, and as she grown up her standards got better, which nothing's wrong with that. You don't have to stay where you grew up with because you had no choice. You know what I'm saying? You make the decision to move, and just like she made the decision to move and to have a better life, create that, you know, maybe she need a hobby. I don't know, she needs something, because you can tell that baby is bored, and that's why Dr. Heavenly messy talking about she's jealous of Quad, because Quad could just go out the country and just travel and continue to live life even after divorce. And Toya needs an alarm clock to take her kids to school, but I'm not going to even get into that because that was Dr. Heavenly. That was not my words. We're going to keep moving. Let's see, to put her on blast in the bully comment. Yeah, Dr. Heavenly had no remorse when they said, why did you put Toya out there like that? Like, what was the whole point? It's like a bully saying I hit her because I'm a bully. Dr. Heavenly talking about, yeah, I told she has no loyalty to nobody but her husband, the show, and Dr. Jackie. That's it. And I'm shocked. I'm very shocked that they addressed the Dr. Jackie issue. But what I do not like about it is that it's more so of how her words, how can I say this? It was more so how she felt after the backlash and not what caused it. I would have liked to know, especially as a young black woman myself, I would have liked to know what made her say those comments. Where did you hear them from? I know those words didn't start with her. You know what I'm saying? That's a historical thing. So me personally, I would just like to know, was it in studies that y'all read in school? That can be biased because that can be true. I would have liked her to really explain what made her say that rather than focus on Quad and whether she put it out or not. That's not making, so we're more concerned about who put the tape out rather than the words, because she said it. It wasn't edited. That's what she said. So to me, I want to focus more on what you mean. And you ain't got to bash Dr. Jackie because she did work hard and she deserves everything that she has. And I don't think anything should be taken away from her. I just think this should be a teachable moment. Because again, like I'm saying, a young black woman, that made me nervous. That made me nervous listening to somebody on her caliber. And then it's like, dang, that's how she feel. How can you imagine? You know what I'm saying? So to me, I would just like to know where it stemmed from. That's it. I'm going to move on. Simone bring up Quad. Details too much. Simone. Now, I understand you have some sort of feeling towards Quad, but for you to break down exactly what happened at her house, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, y'all. For you to bring up the incident that happened at Quad's house, that was unacceptable. That was inappropriate and very insensitive. Just to prove a point, you could have said it was a tragedy at her house. And you seen Quad look at her like, Simone. Like, she didn't want Simone to say it, but she kept talking. Like, why would you do that, Simone? That's not cool, because it was something wrong with you. Y'all see how y'all reacted to Hilton Head, and the girl wasn't even there? Unlike Quad with Sweet Tea when the girl was actually on the cast. Like, it's just amazing. It's the double standards for me. We gonna move on for that, because that was just dead wrong. It was uncalled for. And then for you to say that you not gonna go against Toya because she's cool with her, so you're gonna be blind to the truth because you're cool with her. That don't make sense. And I'm happy Dr. Heavenly actually spoke up and said, but what does that have to do with Quad? Why do you have to come with Quad just because your loyalty is with Toya? Wrong is wrong, right is right. Like, y'all are grown adults. What are y'all doing? But let's keep going. Y'all talked about that. Quad did take accountability for Toya and repeating the rumor. I honestly feel like she's done this already. And then for Toya to this season, bring up a DUI for Quad, and it's like y'all keep expecting Quad to apologize, but y'all are doing messy things as well. That's why I'm happy Andy brought up, like, so y'all just not calling each other. Because let's be very clear, after Quad divorced and she talked about all the harsh things she went through, they was more focused on protecting the black man than the black woman. Don't get me wrong, the black man is supposed to be protected, but not at the expense of a black woman. So why would Quad call the group of people who tried to downplay her experience? Make it make sense. That does not make any sense at all. But we gonna keep going. Quad being there for money. They kept bringing that up, right? Quad, you're only here for the money. You're not here for friendship. What's Phaedra doing? Is Phaedra married to Medicine? Phaedra played y'all in y'all face. I watched Traitors, and I've been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta since season 1. She played y'all. She did the honey child. She came for the check. She wasn't trying to get involved. We don't know nothing new than what we know from Real Housewives of Atlanta. We know nothing else. So it's like she played y'all too, and she was only there for the check as well. So are we mad at Phaedra for being there for the check and playing y'all? Because if y'all watch Traitors, which was filming at the same time, not filming, airing at the same time as Married to Medicine, y'all will see how she was there for the money. And then it says, why do Quad have to always call? I spoke about that. Why do Quad have to call Jack? Yeah, I wouldn't have called Jackie either. I mean, if I would have called Jackie, I would have said, what made you say that? You know what I'm saying? That's would have been my questions. But for them to put all this pressure on Quad, the way y'all treated her after her divorce, it's a joke. It's a joke. I would have ran to the sister circles too. Like, y'all not even believing me. Y'all questioning me. And I'm telling y'all. And Greg even admit that he did some of the things, but they still protecting this man. I would have ran from y'all last too. So, Quad, I completely understand. They've it's crazy. Let me see. Quad showing up to the bachelor party. Quad showing up to the bachelor party was very inappropriate. And I understand why she did it. As far as production, Dr. Heavenly explained at the in her YouTube that that was around the only time she could have came back on the show, because they didn't want her in the future scenes. So it was very messy. To me, production did that more so than Phaedra. Hold on, y'all. I'm finna go to another room because they finna do the most. I got one more point, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. Oh, they so irritated. They've been doing this shit since 8 o'clock this morning. I think the grass is cut, in my opinion. But let's keep moving. Simone not being there for Quad because I talked about that. Quad showing. Okay, so I talked about everything. So that wraps it all up. Part 1 was crazy. Part 1 was insane. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share. Hey, Demiri, I didn't even see you, Dimitri. And I've seen you before. I think it's your second time coming here. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, I just be hopping on. I be hopping on. Sometimes I need to make a set time. I'm thinking Friday at 7 p.m. where I just pop in every single Friday at 7 p.m. But other than that, I just pop in and talk my you know, and I feel like I give a fair view, you know, even if I don't agree or, you know, don't go along with it, I can still explain and understand certain perspectives. So make sure y'all follow, like, subscribe. My apartment complex is about to piss me off because they've been cutting the damn grass since 8 o'clock this morning. It is now 3:32. I'm not understanding what else needs to be cut, but they're getting closer. So bye, y'all. Thanks for watching too.